Hi, guys. Welcome to yet another episode of Cricket Spectacle. We have with us Nikhil as usual. Also, today we mark the return of a very important person after 2 weeks. His series of tournament predictions might not always be right, but he is the real deal. People really like him. Last week, a few of them even messaged me asking the reason behind his absence from the show. And that's when I realized he's the real one. He's the Neo. He's the Mr. Anderson of Cricket Spectacle. Nikhil, whether
Hi,
you
baby.
Nikhil, whether you like it or
I
not,
can confirm this.
Nikhil,
Yeah.
whether you like it or
Hi.
not, you are no more the show stealer from Australia now.
Yeah.
Well,
this
your
never
mum
was.
keeps on messaging me saying, why are you on the show? And I said, look, Sid's got to have a turn. Nikhil's got to have a turn. And it was just like my lack of facial hair. It's quite intimidating. Normally I worry about the hair on my head, but it's like that not having that hair on my face is really disappointing these days. I don't sort of really fit in the Indian cricket scene. There's you, Nikhil, Sid, Virat. I mean, at least
Yeah.
Sachin doesn't have facial hair. Sachin and I, we're very, very similar. Smooth, so we can go in between the rain.
Yeah, and geniuses as well. Both geniuses. So there's
Yeah,
that going for you as
it's
well.
like at home and abroad, cut from the same cloth of greatness as Sir Don Bradman, Ricky Ponting, other cricket luminaries like Michael Vaughan, Jofra Archer, Steve Smith,
Smithy.
Yeah, it's a very select group. Sometimes, I struggle to get up in the morning.
Yeah, and even
Now we have to maintain a balance, actually, right?
Well,
We
it's just that
have to.
burden. I mean, not all of us can be sitting on a beach somewhere. I'll just say that.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Like
Yeah.
I spent like a good
You
5 minutes to find this one.
Yeah.
So
and even Darren
Beach
Lemon.
in bloody Melbourne like that. No one will believe you. You lie. And Shika's looking for you. My mate Shika, he heard what you said.
exactly why I'm on the beach.
Hey,
You'll never find me on the beach.
you know that guy in your front yard? It's not your mum. It's my mate Shika.
Oh no, that's gonna be I'm not gonna talk to that person. So I don't know if it is Shikan or no. But if it is, then just
You're in deep.
I'm gonna just be on the
you're in
safer
deep
side on this
Shika.
one.
And also,
You're in deep
Dan,
Shika.
Dan looks a lot like Darren Lemon. And I think he didn't know about the ball tampering scandal that took place under his tutelage.
Well, I wouldn't say I look like Darren Lemon. Like he's like 100 years older than me.
No, Dan's much fitter. We'll give him that.
Well, I'd like to think so.
Darren Lehman has nothing on him.
But if it came down to a beer drinking contest, I think I could take Daz. I think I could take him. I'm confident.
It would be close. It would be close. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be close. But speaking of a bit of a highlight today, fellas, the Aussie women became the greatest ODI side in the history of cricket.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, the greatest
Great
ever. Yeah, which leads me to question the leadership of my mate Virat. No centuries. No centuries.
Oh yeah.
And the girls.
When was the last time?
When
was the last
It's
time?
49.
I can't even remember.
matches, I think.
It's been 500 days. I'm pretty sure it's been 500 days.
500 days or 49 matches, whichever comes first.
Yeah, 500 days is a much better number. Actually, we'll stick with 500 days.
And Dan, if I may stay with you, what do you think? What's the reason behind Virat Kohli's century drought? Is it let's say more got to do with a mental block, or is it let's say the slowing of reflexes which usually a player goes through when he turns 30?
None of that. It's none of that. None of that at all. He just hasn't been listening to me and, hasn't been taking his parenting advice from me. You have a kid, you're up at 3 a.m., you're doing the feeds, your mind's elsewhere. They say happy wife, happy life, but, that's one thing's got to give, and unfortunately it's the batting.
Oh, man.
Of all the things to give up, he gave up centuries.
Yeah. So like when they're sitting down one day, it's like, I gave up my centuries just so I could change your diapers at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Give the
man.
man a break, kid.
Imagine that kid growing up and just watching all the highlights, and you're like, Dad, why didn't you score a century for like 2 years?
Why was there this gap between when I was like 10 weeks old and 29?
And I was changing diapers. I couldn't score a century. That's going to be a good story.
And there's going to be a specific question on Moeen Ali. Why Moeen Ali?
Honestly,
Yeah. Why are you getting out to
I
Moeen
saw
Ali?
that today. And look, I'm going to be honest about that. That was really shitty. I'm sorry. That rider in Bangladesh was really, really shitty. Let's call it how it is.
Yeah, it was pretty
was
shitty though. Yeah.
Yeah,
But the good thing though, I really like that all the English players, they came ahead and they supported Moeen Ali as well. And you need to put those people down, right, publicly as well. And you can't just sit quiet and just say,
just because someone has a platform to say something, it does not mean that you are just going to write whatever you want. So that's not
and it's not okay. I mean, you can have those debates, but as a bartender once seemed to be in Dublin, you never talk about sport and religion. Religion and politics. I think that sort of crossed the line, but it was good to see that Jofra Archer sort of got up and did the right thing.
Many others as well. Yeah, many others as well from the English team actually came up and put that person like in their place.
Yeah.
So again, it's just one of those things like Sid said, just because you have a platform doesn't mean that you can just talk shit and get away with it. Right?
It was quite bad, but it was good to see the response from the English cricket team. Unfortunately, you're going to have drop kicks out there like that, and unfortunately crossed the line then.
But it was way past the line though. But
way past that line. But hopefully we'll see Moeen in the IPL. Hopefully we'll see Jofra in the IPL doing his thing.
So Dan, staying with you, the big question: will Virat Kohli be able to break his century dot in this IPL?
No. Here's a trivia question, my friends. When was the last time that Virat got a century in the IPL?
I think it was in 2017 or 2018.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It would be a long time though. I mean, he would be opening. That's what he said. So if he's opening, he gets like 120 balls potentially, not all obviously. So around 60-70 balls if he stays through the course. Then if he plays 20 overs, he'll probably get a century. Would he play 20 overs? So that's the more important question.
That's the thing. I mean, it's been 831 days since he got a century in the IPL.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
831 days, 22 hours and 46 minutes.
Oh, man. This is...
we are going to the decimal point now.
Well, and since the IPL started, since inception now, we have to say that the quality of the bowling has obviously increase as the games evolve, from 2016 to 2021. I mean, bowlers are a lot smarter, a bit more canny. There's been developments of other deliveries, but if Virat doesn't play in the top three, he won't get 100. It's that simple.
He has said openly that, he came out and said that he'll open this time. So let's take his word for it. And as a team composition as well, I think he should be starting there. But like you said, even though the bowlers have improved and all those things are right, there are other players who are scoring centuries. So it's not an alien concept. It's like KL Rahul, as Chris Gayle keeps hitting sixes for no reason. But there's like so many people who are doing it. So for him to not do it, it's kind of like a, how do you put it? It's like a stain on his reputation right now that he's not getting it. But again, it's
a stain on the reputation, my friend. Not hitting sixes with the Shikadawa call. Don't get yourself in the shikar again, okay? Let's just leave it at that. But I'm going to say,
I absolutely love Kohli. So
too late to kiss him. Too late. But it's kind of like Picasso, like not using a certain type of brush. You just don't see him do it. It just doesn't happen. So at some point we'll see Virat go big, but hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But speaking of IPL, name one player you're going to miss from the IPL. Who are you going to miss from this IPL starting this weekend? One player.
Miss. See, most of the players are, I think, a part of the tournament. But at the very same time, if I have to name someone who would be a miss for me, I think it's going to be Jofra Archer, because I think he's recently had a surgery. So there is no guarantee on when he is going to return for Rajasthan Royals. And surgeries, we all know, usually they take time to heal with the rehab and all. So I think, yeah, for me, it's going to be Jofra Archer for now, but I really hope he returns. Nikhil, what do you think?
I think they said that he's coming back in after 4 games is what is the expected timeline. But the tournament itself, the format is like, if you lose those first 4, you probably might not get chance to come back. So like you said, Jofra Archer will probably be the biggest miss initially, but my concern is more around the COVID cases which are happening right now. So there are going to be some big names who might potentially miss out even after the first couple of weeks as well. So there's a whole blanket of uncertainty which is going to stay. Hopefully none of the players get it, and even if they do, they, I don't know, quarantine and recover. I mean, they are pretty fit people, right? Like medically and logically, they should be among the top 10% at least in the world who are like in terms of fitness. So let's hope that nobody gets it. But even if they get it, then they are fit enough to recover and come back. But that's probably my biggest concern, rather than just missing due to injuries. COVID might be a much bigger issue. Let's hope nobody gets it, but yeah, fingers crossed for that.
All right, I'm going to put a smoky out there. I'm going to say Cameron Green. The guy just hit 932 runs in 7 field matches, and he can bowl a nice outswinger at 145 kilometers an hour. That's, one guy who won't be making an appearance in the IPL that, I'm sure a lot of
this season probably, but it's only a matter of time, isn't it? Yeah, it's only a matter of time. He's going to come in. He's going to come in very soon. He'll go big.
Okay, and all right, next one. Top batsman for the tournament, leading run scorer and leading wicket taker. Who do we think? No, let's put it out there now.
Leading run scorer. Okay. For me, leading run scorer would very well be, okay, I'll tell 2. One from India and one from overseas. From India, it's going to be for me Devdutt Padikkal. And from overseas, okay, I'm going to place my bet on an Aussie here, Glenn Maxwell.
Glenn Maxwell. Ooh, okay. That's a bold statement. I'm going to go with Shikhar Dhawan. Obviously why. But no, in all honesty, though, he was the second highest run scorer last year. And my logic behind it is that if he has a good T20 stint now, he'll probably make it to the World Cup squad as well. And I mean, there's no reason how could you leave the highest run scorer, right? So it's either going to be him or KL Rahul. Like last time, KL Rahul was number 1 and Shikhar Dhawan was number 2. I'm going to flip them this time and say Shikhar Dhawan will be first and KL Rahul will be second. Both of them, again, it's more to do with the motivation side of it. Like they want to make it to the T20 World Cup, right? So I'm going to go with my good mate Shikhar Dhawan, and there's no other reason apart from cricketing reasons. Obviously, he's not outside, hopefully. So I'm going with Shikhar Dhawan.
What are your choices?
Okay. I'm going to say Rohit Sharma as Rohit Sharma, and then I'm going to say my smoky is going to be like my overseas pick, a bit of an outsider, Kieran Pollard. And then I'm also going to take Ravi Ashwin, the leading wicket taker.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Ravi Ashwin, that's...
I think...
for wicket taker, I'll probably... Ravi Ashwin will probably be a very good pick, wouldn't it? Like with the pitches going to be like getting slower. And he's a very intelligent bowler, isn't he? Ravi Ashwin is like, he plays... He's very high IQ player. So that's a good shout though. I will personally, I like Jofra Archer, and although he will be missing 4 games, he's one of those bowlers, right? He'll get 5 in a match. He's going to get 5 wickets. He'll just bowl through the tail end in the first innings. They're going to come out swinging, thinking, okay, there's 2 overs left, nothing to lose, and he's just going to go bang, 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 5 wickets. He makes up for those 4 matches anyway. So I'm going to stick with my boy Jofra Archer for highest wicket taker though.
So now that we have these picks out here, the loser has to chug a beer. I was going to say shave your beard and mustache, but it's like, I mean, I could shave my head, but it's not bad for you guys. Well, you guys could shave your head. That would be great.
No, man, no. I'm not.
The loser
has to chug a beer. Winner has to chug a beer.
Actually.
Done.
Let's say if Virat Kohli wakes up tomorrow, watches this, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm going to score 1,000 runs this IPL," we might all lose. So there's that possibility as well.
You see, I'm confident in my pick. Okay, I'm completely confident. So if there's like an Indian beer company out there that wants to sponsor us, who wants to get in on this, we'll happily chug an Indian beer.
Yeah, if someone is actually sponsoring us to get our beard shaven or even my head shaved, I'm in. As long as it's sponsored, I'm in.
I'm not.
So,
I'm too possessive for my hair and beard. I am not shaving it.
I'll shave my head. I'll shave my head if you shave your head. I'll just shave my head again.
Okay, guys. Okay, let's just wrap up the part.
I don't know if you can see it, but I accidentally shaved part of my eyebrow.
Oh yeah, I can see
my eyebrow.
Yeah.
I can see there is like a bit of an unfair bet here.
Don't ask me how, but I was looking in the mirror and then I got attacked by an electric razor. Okay, like my daughter, who's 10, she said, "You've got a bald spot in your eyebrow," and she thinks it's the greatest thing in the world.
Well, okay, guys, in that case, you should just keep it.
Let's just wrap up the part one with one quick question. Your bold prediction for this IPL. Who do you think who could just go with the trophy? Dan, I'm starting with you.
Mumbai.
Oh, Nikhil.
3 from 3. 3P.
I'm going with much like far out kind of guess here. I'm going with Delhi Capitals. And again, the reason more towards again Shikhar Dhawan obviously, but no, because they have a good team, right? Like Rishabh Pant, Shikhar Dhawan, Rishabh Pant, and their pace attack especially, right? Like Rabada and who's the other one?
Henrik Nokia.
How do you pronounce his name? The other guy from South Africa.
Henrik Nokia.
Yeah, that guy Nokia. However you pronounce it.
Okay, my pick.
That's how he practices all the names. He practices all the weird names before we do, and then he looks good. And that's what he does.
He takes in the mirror in the bathroom in the morning, and his wife is like, "Who are you talking to?" He's like, "Andrew Nokia." Andrew Nokia.
That's a part of my job. I have to do it. Okay,
Try justifying that. Try explaining that to your wife. Who are you talking to? I'm just practicing names.
No comment.
Never going to happen.
His mom's like, "Who's Andrew Nokia?"
It's too difficult to explain. How do you spell it? I don't know.
Okay. My pick is going to be.
You just need to know how to say it.
Okay. My pick is going to be Royal Challengers Bangalore. I think they're going to win their title this year because of the team combination that they possibly have. And I think for me, it's possibly the additions of Dan Christian and Glenn Maxwell that has actually strengthened their middle order, and have also provided them a couple of bowling options. So for me, I think RCB are going to win their maiden title this year for sure.
That's actually a good pick. Dan Christian, he always wins titles wherever he goes.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
He does. He has that golden touch, hasn't he? Like he literally wins everywhere he goes. So
he does. Yeah.
But don't worry. Like Royal Challengers Bangalore have the exact anti-luck or anti-golden touch kind of thing. They can't win for shit. They just can't win.
No. I think they're going to win this year. All right.
I think Mumbai have got it, mate. Read between the lines. Mumbai have it.
Mumbai probably have it. Yeah.
Okay. We have had our choices, and that's it. Thank you so much for joining. That's it. We have all from the part one, and see you on the other side with the part two. Cheers.
Yeah.
Right. Cheers.